Hi friends, Andy Vegan. Time for my daily greens. I have a beautiful Endive lettuce. Let me show you. This is here the main ingredient today. Some leaves. And Endive is also known as the queen of lettuces. It's a little bit more expensive than the others. It's more durable, it lasts longer. Before it gets wilty, it's firm. It's rich in nutrients, more than others. It has a little bit of flavor, and the leaves are firm. So I take them off the head, put them in a sink with cold water, and wash them, dry them in a salad spinner, and then I cut them into thin stripes. That's what usually happens with endive lettuce, cutting it into thin stripes, because when the hard, firm leaves, when they are thinner, it's easier to chew, more pleasant, and also the slightly bitter flavor is nice, more easily balanced with the other ingredients. So just thin stripes here, put them all together on a cutting board, the leaves, and cut down from the top in thin stripes. And you get a lot of green salad here. I'll show you in a moment. And the texture is completely different when you cut it like this. Other cultures, cutting is much more important than here in the West, Germany, for example, where I am. But this is an example to see what a difference it makes, how we cut the ingredients, in which shape. These thin stripes really are typical for endive. And this is what it looks like. Put it into a bowl. And it's now fluffy and light. Wonderful texture. Full bowl almost of salad here. That's the texture I would like. And you know, I make my easiest salad today. I just take 3 ingredients. I have this lettuce, the leaf, and I have a red onion. This is enough to balance the bitter flavor of the endive. I put it here again, because the endive is a little bit bitter, and the red onion is a little bit sweet. Wait a second, sorry. And the mandolin, together with a cut-resistant clove, I like to demonstrate that a little bit. And mandolin means V-shaped blade, very sharp, and this helps because you want to cut the thin onion into thin ringlets, and you don't need knife skills for that, because the mandolin is such a good tool. But you need this one, I would say. They don't sell it together, but it is not even easy to get everywhere. And I would say if you get a mandolin, rather get this one too. It's not too expensive, $10 or so, 10 euros about. And here I can make it thinner or thicker. There are different inlays. There are many different kinds of mandolins. This is always the idea. Find one, if I would recommend, find one and just try it out. Because when you have this glove, you can move quickly. Let me see how that works with this kind of, maybe I need a little bit larger. The red onions are a little bit softer than the yellow ones. They're a little bit sweeter too, but the softness is important for the size of the slices. Let's see, looks good. Because when you move like this fast on the blades, you can easily touch the blade without cutting you. Because the blades are really sharp. And let's see, this is the size I got, like this, and that's okay, right? This is a thin onion ring, onion slice, and I can put it into rings like this. I have to do that soon, but when you move like this and you still cannot cut yourself into the fingers with on these very sharp blades, it feels so much better. On the rest of it, I just cut it like this. doesn't matter. But whatever I do, I can never cut myself. These blades, these gloves, these cut-resistant gloves are so amazing. Before I had these gloves, I didn't know they even existed. I just got my mandolin because, well, it makes cooking so much easier. Cutting, as I said, is an important part of cooking. And before I knew that there was this glove, I really was always concerned a little bit to cut myself in the fingers with this man. It was very timid, right? And it was not really inviting. It didn't feel like, oh, now I use my mandolin. It wasn't, but when I got the glove, years later, it was a game changer. So I really recommend get a glove, a cut-resistant glove. Online maybe, yeah, when you don't find it in a shop. I have it a little bit more now, but at my time then, when I got it, I had to find it online, right? See, I loosen the ringlets into the slices of the onion into ringlets like this. And before I put the dressing on top, I can already toss a little bit. When I do that before the dressing comes, it is easier to get the ringlets, the onion ringlets, everywhere. So the hot flavor of the onions and the crunchiness nicely balances the slightly bitter flavor and the firm texture of the endive. And I wanted to make an easy salad with just 3 ingredients. So that really 2 ingredients here, the onions and the endive, are front and center. When I make more ingredients, I put a tomato in, an avocado, nuts, apples, whatever, herbs. I would just chop the onion up into small pieces so that they can stay in the background. But with only 2 ingredients here in the salad, in addition to the dressing, number 3, the onion becomes also a main ingredient. So the beautiful ringlets, they look nicer than just chopped little pieces that you don't even see. So that's why the ringlets. I love the onion ringlets, right? So the dressing is a garlic cashew dressing. I show you in another video how to make it. It's linked under this one. You just blend a lot of cashews with a lot of garlic, a little bit of lemon, pepper and salt, and some water. So mainly 5 ingredients, not counting the water. That's free for all, right? Should be. So this dressing is a little bit runnier, but for my endive, I need a little bit more dressing than usual because also the dressing becomes a main ingredient. Yeah? The 3 ingredients, every single one is more important than when you have a larger number of ingredients. Every single ingredient steps back. Yeah? But with 3 ingredients only, every single one is more important, and so I need a little bit more dressing to put the dressing a little bit to the front. Also the texture, when you have this firm, hard, let's say, green leaf here, the endive, it is nicer to have a little bit more dressing because otherwise it feels too hard with the salad leaf. I tried this salad for several times already and always a little bit different, and I found, yes, a little bit more dressing makes a big difference. So here we go. I think it looks nice. One advantage of the firm leaves, the disadvantages are that they're firm and hard leaves, and you need a little bit of magic to make it nice, like cutting it very thin, using more dressing and so. And the bitter flavor can also be a disadvantage. You have to balance the flavor. But the positive side, that is that you can toss it now before you serve it, a long time before, not long time, but longer, because a tender leafy green, you could not do that. You have to serve it right away when you toss it. But these firm leaves are easier to handle because I can now toss it, as you see. Everything is perfect. And I don't need to be afraid or concerned that these leaves wilt away while I'm waiting for eating it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe Endive Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X.